Yɛtoa nkɔmmɔ no so abusuafoɔ mo ntensim ma me mo share stories no mo wia mo kae sɛ mo bɛ subscribe na mama yɛ thumbs up. Edin no ne maame Afia Adepa. Yɛtoa yɛn nkɔmmɔ no so na yɛde ani akyerɛ mu wɔ MPP foɔ wɔnom akakye. Na monim a ɛyɛ yɛwura Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the current flag bearer of the MPP no, mo nyinaa monim ɛyɛ ne two-step baako a ɔbɔ n'akyi dɔm kɛse paa in all corners ne campaign mu ne publicity ho sɛ ne bibie ma aberante no di mu akɔtene paa ɛnyɛ obiara sɛ Denis Miracle Aboagye ho nkɔmmɔ ɛna yɛbɛdi yi na ɛna no wabɔ ne ho mmɔden afuro gyina simpie so akyɛ sɛ ne nkɔm a ɔde ato dwa no ɔsɛ Again-Mahama wayɛ ketekete ɛwɔ MPP foɔ anim firi sɛ Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ɛkwan a ɔbɛfa so de akyim ne nsa agye aba no ɛbɛyɛ ne sɛ agorɔ wei kora kɔgye mpo no because yɛde nim sɛ Mahama already doesn't have power tumi bia any Mahama nsɛm as we speak na ne nyinaa ɛne sɛ election time 2024 wɔkyerɛkyerɛ mu a they are taking it swiftly with good techniques nkɔmmɔ no yɛbɛgye berɛ na yɛte asim na yɛkɔtie ɔno ankasa no mu nsɛm a wɔde ato dwa yɛwie a comment section no ɛda hɔnom Ghanafoɔ adwenkyerɛ wɔn a wɔn ne yɛ adwene wɔn a wɔn ne yɛ adwene nyinaa no yɛbɛgye berɛ na yɛakenkan mo nso so momfa mo die ngu aseɛ hɔ ɛma me Dennis Aboagye nkɔmmɔ no yɛntie bi
going to beat the NDC in this election with a strategy that they will never understand, one that will shock them, one that will amaze them. You remember how before we came into 2024, they said we don't have a message and we cannot even go out to campaign. I'm sure you remember.
Yeah.
And then because they were there, they were the only ones. And I'm sure you remember how in about 6 weeks, Dr. Bawumia pushed them into oblivion. And now you can't find them anywhere. And that till date, the Ghanaian people are struggling to understand what they represent and what the options they are. That's how we are going to beat the NDC. We are superior to the NDC. We have a flag bearer that is superior to Again-Mahama. A flag bearer that is more committed and sincere to the people of Ghana than Again-Mahama. Again-Mahama is disrespecting us by even thinking of coming to tell us that we should vote for him. He's disrespecting us. It's an insult to the people of Ghana for us to see him on TV and say, vote against these people and vote for me rather. You collapsed and sold 300 factories. We should vote for the people who have worked the private sector to bring 300 factories. We should vote against them and vote for you. You withdrew teacher and nurses allowance. You are telling us that vote against those who have restored teachers and nurses allowance and give it to me. You kept teachers and nurses who graduated at home 2014, 15, 16. These people have come to keep them at post. You are saying that vote against the MPP even though they brought these teachers and nurses to work and vote for me who kept them at home. Teachers and nurses worked for a year. You pay them for 3 months. You are saying that the ones that is paying them for the time they are working should be voted out, and then you, who paid them for 3 months instead of 1 year, you should be voted for. It doesn't add up. You kept us in darkness for 3 years out of your 4 years. You are saying that the guys that kept power on for 7 years, 8 years in their tenure should be voted out for you. It doesn't add up. You constructed over just about 4,000 kilometers of road. You are saying that we should vote against the government that has constructed 12,000 kilometers of road and vote for you. It doesn't add up. This government has encountered challenges. The macroeconomic indicators are difficult, have been difficult in the past 3-4 years. But this government is working at it. What we are having, the conversation we are having with the people of Ghana is this. Let's protect the gains we have made. Let's protect the little effort we've been able to, the little output we've been able to make, whilst we pursue the outstanding ones. And that's why Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia proposes the bold solutions. The bold solutions encompasses protecting the gains, protecting and consolidating the gains we have made. At the same time, proposing specific sector tailor-made solutions to all the issues confronting us.
abusuafoɔ mate nkɔmmɔ a ɛyɛ Dennis de ɛrebɔyɛ na kyerɛ sɛ wohwɛ nneɛma bi a ɛyɛ yɛwura Again-Mahama na pɛn so ɔde gu mmɔnten so a na kyerɛ sɛ dodoɔ na ɛnkɔ yi alawa ahodoɔ twitwatwa mu na wɔtwa mu na kɔka so a sister wonya nkurahyɛsɛm bi mfiri no aka deɛ ɛbɛhyɛ wo na ɔde akyerɛw na wotietie some of the bold solutions ɛna no UPSA hɔ yɛwura Mahmoud Bawumia de baayɛ or say a new future altogether, a bold solution for the issues already existing. No, not just a mu champagne. Yeah, no, can't say ni na ka humbi. NT and or be take over these coming elections. If we say NDC and no bet me, already we know what they can do and what they are capable of. We need to say, man, who be any hope even till date. One campaign message almost say 24-hour economy. Omo pe bi nka homara kra na ye entakraboa ebi nkobuo yɛ ma prɛko dan ɛno a ɛna na Again-Mahama ɛde ɛtutu dwa ɛna Ghanafoɔ si wei deɛ still yɛ ɛntɔ yɛ asom nti mompɛ bi foforɔ bi na ɔmonka nkyerɛ yɛ na wotietie nkɔmmɔ a yɛwura Mahmoud Bawumia nso de bɔ Ghanafoɔ ɛyɛ levy tax a yɛba bɛ cancel no koraa ɛne ho yi versus ne ho anamontuo ne kyɛ sɛ through digitization innovation nnwuma de bɛgu mmɔnten so na kyɛ sɛ abusuafoɔ there is a vast difference wɔatwe ne mu bebree yɛnsi nkɔmmɔ no so biom na yɛwia yɛmbɔ nwura mu ɛwɔ comment section.
We actually listened and we made him a main driver. When he became main driver, what did he do to us? In fact, at the time when we went through challenges which were domestically induced, I won't say that governments do not encounter challenges. Every government will encounter challenges. But the difference between the good leader and the bad leader is that the good leader is not saying that there will be absence of challenges. But a good leader is the one that in the presence of challenges and difficulties is able to mobilize the people, work with them to get them out on the path of prosperity and progress. When he encountered challenges, when we were in energy crisis, when doctors were asking for better conditions of service, when nurses, the poor parents were asking for support for their children to go to school, he told the poor people in this country that if you only vote for me on the basis of the restoration of your nurses and teachers allowance, then I'll ask you to vote against me. He told the doctors that he's not ready to negotiate with them on anything. At the time when we didn't have power, he was increasing electricity. When we told him that it's becoming too expensive, even though it's not there, he said if it's becoming too expensive, stop charging your phone. That is that fine difference between Again-Mahama and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We have a government that says that yes, we acknowledge that there are challenges. The economic indicators haven't been easy.
The difference is clear. Abusuafoɔ yɛnkɔtie yɛn nuanom bi adwenkyerɛ a wɔn nso so de aba. Wohwɛ sɛ na osi edi ne nkɔmmɔ fa with analysis and facts gently without insult ebi sɛ wɔyɛ adeɛ. Wei deɛ ɔde baeɛ ɔsɛ Sammy Gyamfi should copy this guy. He's communicating. See how the host is listening to him. And as a host no koraa the guy is having her rapt attention kyerɛ sɛ nkɔmmɔ no ayɛ ne da aboro so kuro mmisa question. We say educate them, dear. I love listening to you, Keke. We say Remembrance Day, pa, we keep reminding them, sir. Ghana for say woman short memory be men this for them. We be a number come. We say wisdom, pa, and we say, do you have a message, Mahama? So Mahama enthusiast and that comment him no. We say the only strategy they know is stealing. I don't say the kind left and right in IB. We say Mr. Bawumia and Napo perfect match. It is possible. Na kyerɛ sɛ nkɔmmɔ no mogye mmani ehunu bi. Denis Miracle ɛna ɛnɛ ɔno nso ɔne di Mahama Bawumia campaign team anim ɛne ɛba no communication so deɛ odi mu akɔtene pɔpɔpɔpɔ. Abusuafoɔ nkɔmmɔ no ebi nie. Again-Mahama and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia obi say the difference is clear. Monim deɛ mbɛnya wɔ mu biara mu. Nti no moma mo ani nna hɔ. Abusuafoɔ yɛde nkɔmmɔ no ebesi ha maame ɛfɛ de pɛ ne TV Ghana mama yɛ thumbs up na mo nso so mo ntinsi comment section na yɛkenka mo adwenkyerɛ no. Ɛda mo nyinaa mo ase yɛakoro biara mama bye.